In Georgia is brewing, pitting state legislators against local leaders. The state house passing a bill that would allow the state to create charter schools, regardless of what local school boards think. Critics, they say that the state is overstepping its bounds, while supporters say that the move actually may mean more local control. Elizabeth Pran is live for us in Hotlanta with more. Hi, Elizabeth.
Hi, Heather. You're right. Two very distinct sides to this story as Georgia lawmakers could be getting more control in the classroom. This piece of legislation says the state could create charter schools even if local school boards had previously rejected those applications. And it could set national precedent because in 2011, the Georgia Supreme Court, in a 4-3 ruling, said that that state-formed commission, which had the power to create charter schools, was overreaching. So just like I said, two sides to the story. Supporters say charter schools translate to added innovation, to community involvement, and a lot of competition. They also believe that this shouldn't be a turf battle, that charters should have the same access to local, state, and federal funding as public schools.
In the education reform battle, oftentimes things boil down to a turf battle. And that's what we have here. We have some local school systems that are worried that by virtue of having state charter schools, some of their turf is being interfered.
Okay, so what are opponents saying? They say this bill would take away local control over charter schools. They say the state can override local school boards, which isn't fair. They also say it's a move to funnel money from public schools to charter schools.
There's a great drive for charter schools across the country. Parents are hungry for the latest thing, whatever might be the best thing for their children, and that's understandable. But we all need to step back a little bit and take a deep breath. You know, the best research we've had on charter schools, and there's lots of it, and it's pretty comprehensive, tells us that only 17% of charter schools actually do better than the public schools they replaced. The vast majority of them either do about the same, or in 37% of the cases, according to research, they do worse than the public schools.
Now, to put this all in perspective, Heather, there are about 24 states across the country that have state-funded charter schools, and 15 of the 24 do have local guaranteed access to funds locally. Heather?
Well, I've mentioned before, my sister is a school teacher in Atlanta, so I know that the teachers right now in regular schools, they don't have enough money to support their students in their classrooms. So that's a whole question that needs to be debated. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Yes.